You know, this guy, Woodson, this guy's amazing. He was on Dr. Phil's show, and the audience just goes silent, man. He's talking about this whole racial division in America. He's been a civil rights activist, black man, which again doesn't matter to us, but the left is obsessed with. This is one of those jaw-dropping wow moments. The audience is just like, wow, this guy's good. Check this out.
You talk about remedies. We've got to look beyond saying that every solution has to have a winner and a loser, that blacks can only benefit if whites lose. We have to be defined more than just victims of oppression. When whites were at their worst, blacks were at their best. When we were denied access to hotels, we built our own. We have to communicate to our people the history of how they achieved in the face of oppression. But if we continue to sit back and say all of the challenges that we face in out of wedlock births of violence, that somehow the control of that is in the hands of white America, and therefore until white people change, there's nothing that we can do. This sets up a terrible situation for this nation. The big crisis facing America is not racial. It is a moral and spiritual freefall that is consuming our children. The highest death rate among black families is homicide. Among Silicon Valley, the highest level of suicide, 6 times the national average. In Appalachia, there are prescription drugs. And so if we are to address this crisis that is causing our children to lack a sense of personal responsibility or value for their own life, they will take their own life or take someone else's. So in order to address that, we must come together and look beyond race and realize America is drowning because it's in a moral and spiritual freefall. None of us should be defined by the worst of what we were in the past, but we should be defined by what we want to become in the future. And that people are motivated to change when you give them a vision of victories that are possible, not constantly reminding them of injuries to be avoided.
Bravo. Robert Woodson. Bravo. Folks, we're never going to get there with liberals around. We are never going to get to any sense of national race harmony with liberals around, because you have to understand their goal is division and a non-harmonious environment. You cannot get that. They are a complete obstacle to racial harmony in this country. They hate racial harmony. The idea of racial harmony puts them out of business. They profit off division and hatred and anger and rage.